Hi Paul, I'm making this video having watched 2/3 of your latest video this morning, or at least it was the latest video you'd posted when I was watching this morning. It was a 23-minute one, and if you've posted another one since then, I'm just going to upload this anyway to that one as a response. And I've been watching a couple of videos, yours and Perry's and a few of Tom's over the last 2 days, and obviously having watched all three of your channels over the past few months, I kind of was aware of what was going on with E-Nation and Ephraim, and obviously was at the London gathering when you were over, so I kind of feel like I've been quite involved in some of the parts of this story, and I just thought I'd make a response just to talk a little bit about, I guess, reaction. And that's kind of what one of the things that's got me thinking, and I guess watching Tom's video last night, which was all about community and how does the community move on from something like this, you know. And I guess the challenge he was throwing out to you and Perry was a lot about, you know, are you guys actually really going to be for the betterment of the community? The things you've said you've stood for so long, are you actually going to stand for those things now and actually act that out when the rubber hits the road in a situation like you've got, where there's obviously conflict, there's obviously disagreement, a bit of he said, she said, he said, she said, you're both he said, going on, and it's easy for people to get polarised, it's easy for people to take sides, and I guess, you know, we could point at Perry and say, well, Perry said, you know, Paul's pissing me off, and that was what started the whole thing. I guess my question is, do you have to respond? Do you have to rise to a challenge like that in the way that it seems like you're doing? I'm kind of challenged. I was thinking about this earlier, and I don't know if this is a bad statement to make, alright, but I know in some ways you could have been given some kind of messianic tag in the realms of YouTube. That I'm not saying you've sort of assumed that for yourself, but maybe some other people have, and certainly when you talk about the guys, the whole E-Nation project, saying, you know, it can only work if you're involved, that kind of gives you some kind of messianic status, perhaps, although if you're working, I don't know, you know, whether you'd want to work with that title or not. But it made me think, because I was thinking about Jesus and I was thinking about him being accused, and I'm really challenged by the fact that it says about him that when they threw all these accusations at him, and which he knew were false, that he didn't say anything. And I guess there's a great strength in that kind of response of being so secure in who you are, so secure in your own identity, that you don't have to rise to what people are throwing at you. You don't have to rise to an accusation that is false or unfounded or untrue, however you choose to see it, and you don't have to come out really trying to point by point defend and clear your name. And I suppose, if I'm perfectly honest, I'm a little disappointed in the way that you have come out to kind of defend yourself, because I guess I just don't think you need to do that. Your videos speak for themselves, your actions speak for themselves. I think people can make their minds up. You know, you've always been someone who's wanting to sort of court controversy and do stuff that kind of gets people thinking, is that for real, is that a joke, is he serious about that? And I guess now it's a shame to kind of, it undoes the joke a little bit to explain it. It's like a magician explaining his tricks, but it also, you know, I think you've given a great deal to the community, and I just don't think that you need to defend yourself in the way that you are. There are people out there who really respect you for what you've done, and I think kind of just it degenerating into some kind of schoolboy squabble isn't helping either of you. I've spent the last week taking groups of 11-year-old boys out mountain biking, and you get 10-12 boys and they bicker away for an hour and a half as you take them out through the countryside, and I come home and I flick on YouTube and I've got some 40, 50, I don't know, I don't want to be rude, something-year-old boys bickering on YouTube, and the similarities are quite stark when I was thinking about that, and I'm like, I don't want to perceive either you or Perry in that kind of way. I respect both of you, I've enjoyed watching both your videos, I've enjoyed both your contributions to the community, and I just think this can be resolved in a different way than it's panning out at the moment. That's my 2 pennies, and thanks for watching.